This is Orson Welles speaking, and bringing you now a story called Where There's a Will. Well, you know, there's a whole lot of very wrong-headed ideas in the world about England. And though he wrote all those wonderful stories of his quite a long while ago, it's still true that for a big proportion of these misconceptions, Charles Dickens is to blame. Lawyers, for instance. What could be more Dickensian than the popular notion of an English solicitor? We think of crabbed old characters with faces like vultures, creaking about in their dusty, dark chambers, squeaking out their legal documents on parchment with quilled pens. In Dickens' day, there might have been some truth in all of that. But now, well, things have changed quite remarkably. See what I mean? And I assure you that such delightful and formidable advocates could be seen every day, even in the royal courts of justice. Now let's have a look at a typical modern law firm in a town not many miles from London. The head of the firm, old Mr. Sexton, died 2 years ago, and his son, Bruce, has a new junior partner, Miss Phillida Marjoram.
Shocking. Wales 18, England 6. When is England going to produce a decent team, Mrs. Prentice?
You've time for one more cup if you hurry, Mr. Sexton.
Hello. What's all this? One of our local celebrities gone?
Oh, dear. Not Miss Pringle.
No, not Miss Pringle. It's Colonel Delamere.
Oh.
My goodness, I'd no idea it's so many decorations. MC, dear sir, quite a girl. Kept very quiet about them. Quite a character. Half a column in the Times. You don't seem to approve. Did you know him?
I did meet Colonel Delamere on one occasion.
Yeah.
He was the worse for drink.
Yes, he was quite a lad. Wine, women, and song. Liked to joke, too.
Aye, I heard him telling one of his so-called jokes.
Oh, bad as that, was it? I suppose all the men laughed and all the women blushed.
Well, there was one woman who did not blush, I can assure you. That was Mrs. Slaney.
Theresa Slaney. Yes, it must be 2 years ago now. How time flies.
I'd not wish to speak ill against a friend of yours.
Hardly a friend, Mrs. Prentice. Acquaintance, if you like. The sort of woman you saw at all the drink parties.
I'll amend what I was about to say. I'd not wish to speak ill of someone who came to such a terrible end. But in my opinion, she brought it on her own head.
Now, why do you say that?
She was promiscuous. Oh. You must trust a woman to observe these things, Mr. Sexton.
Well, de mortuis. Poor soul's been dead and buried these 2 years. Now let her lie in peace.
The police may have something to say about that.
The police? I thought they'd given the case up as hopeless ages ago.
A dossier on a murder case is never closed. You should know that, being a lawyer.
Well, in theory, perhaps.
My younger sister's married to a Captain Fanshawe, who's a close friend of the brother-in-law of Chief Superintendent Latham. She hears matters from time to time which are not intended for the public ear.
Oh? And what did she hear that was not intended for the public ear? Or is it so confidential you can't even tell me?
She's given me to understand that the police have a clue.
Well, they always say that, Mrs. Prentice. Even when they haven't got a clue.
Good morning, Mr. Sexton.
Morning, Bowler. And, Bowler...
Yes, Mr. Sexton?
And when I stipulate that this office opens at 9 o'clock, I do not mean 10 past 9.
No, Mr. Sexton.
Perhaps you'll be good enough to pass that message on to the rest of the staff, who seem to have acquired the habit of trickling in between 9 and 9:30.
Yes, Mr. Sexton.
And, Bowler, now that you are here, would you go to the strong room and get Colonel Delamere's personal wallet?
Ah, yes, sir. Poor gentleman. I saw it in the papers. He's been in hospital for months. Happy release, I don't doubt.
Yes.
Good morning, Bruce. Now, don't look at your watch. Women have more to do to make ready for the day than men.
Your mail's here.
Oh, good. Did I see something in the papers about Colonel Delamere having popped off at last?
Yes, it was in the Times.
You're his executor, aren't you?
I believe I am. I've asked Bowler to fetch the will. Oh, Bowler.
Good morning, Bowler.
Go.
Oh, good morning, Miss Marjoram.
We're going to have to pension him off someday.
You can't. He's the only one who knows where everything is. Oh, now, there's the will.
What's that one?
To be placed with my will and opened only on my death. It's odd, isn't it? People employ a solicitor to make a perfectly sound will for them, and then clutter it up with letters of instruction that are legally ineffective and usually so badly... Good God.
What is it?
No, it's not possible.
Well, what isn't possible?
Colonel Delamere. I don't believe it.
Theresa Slaney was a bad woman. I strangled her, and I have no regrets. I'm leaving this note with my will in case some other poor devil should be suspected. P.S. If the police don't believe me, ask them if they found the other glove.
Well, do you think it's true? It can't be true.
No, of course it isn't. Well, the only sensible thing to do would be to tear it up.
No. I mean, you can't do that.
Oh, why not?
Well, suppose it is true.
All the more reason to tear it up.
And let somebody else take the blame.
Nobody's going to be suspected now. The case is dead and forgotten.
The dossier on a murder case is never closed.
Oh, well, if you feel like that about it, I suppose you'd better show it to the police. Not that there's very much they can do about it now, is there?
Well, I think that would be best. After all, I'm his executor. He clearly intended me to act upon it. I say, suppose that is the police. What am I going to say to them?
Oh, don't be silly. How could it be?
Of course it couldn't. Stupid of me.
Mr. Sexton, it's Colonel Delamere.
Oh, yes, put it... What?
Colonel Delamere. You're through now, sir.
That you, Sexton? Thought I'd give you a ring. Just seen the Times myself. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea. Ambrose Delamere's my cousin. Distant cousin. Same name, same rank. Confusing, what? Mind you, he had more gongs than I have. Well, as soon as they let me out of this damned hospital, I'm coming round to see you. Got a lot to talk about. You keep in fit? Well, I mustn't monopolize this telephone. Goodbye for now.
I think, don't you, we'd better just put that back where it came from.
Pretend we haven't seen it.
That's right.
I can't do that.
Oh, why not? Our first duty is to respect our client's wishes. He said quite clearly to be opened at my death, and he isn't dead.
But what about our duty to the public and to the authorities? Come to that, to ourselves.
What do you mean?
We suppress this evidence. We're making ourselves accessories. We're compounding a felony. It really was most inconsiderate of the Colonel.
Not dying, you mean?
No, of course I don't mean that. I mean writing this confession and leaving it where anybody could have found it. Now, there's only one course open to us. I shall have to go to the police.
Are you going to give them that?
No, of course not. It's not mine. Whilst the Colonel's alive, it belongs to him, so perhaps you'd ask Bowler to put this back where he found it. I shall go and have a word with our local superintendent this evening.
And what precisely do you intend to say to him?
Well, I shall say that I hold a written confession, that I can't produce it at this moment, but I may be able to produce it in the near future.
I've got a feeling that won't go down very well.
Oh, Latham's a perfectly friendly chappie. Member of the golf club.
Well, let's hope he remembers that he's a friend and a golfer and not just a policeman.
Well, Bruce, as you probably realize, being a rather serious criminal matter, It's not strictly my business.
Who dealt with it then?
I went straight to Central, C Branch.
C Branch?
What the papers call the murder squad. It was Superintendent Marker and Sergeant Dodds.
You mean I've got to go up to London?
Well, just a minute. I think I can get hold of Marker. He's out of Weybridge on that rape case. You probably read about it. Oh, it's Latham here. Have you got Superintendent Marker with you? Ah, that's fine. No. I don't want to talk to him personally. Would you ask him to come over here straight away? Right. He's out of the spot where it happened, but I don't think he can do much more tonight.
I hope it won't be too long. My Mrs. Prentice will be worrying about my supper.
Well, if they get him on the car radio, he can make it in 20 minutes. This is Mr. Sexton, Superintendent.
Oh, it is.
I'll leave him to you.
Yeah, sit down. No, sir. My colleague informs me you've got something to tell us about the Slaney case.
Yes. My full name is Bruce Andrew Sexton.
Yes, we've got all that, sir, from Superintendent Latham. It's just the information we want.
What I have to say is that it has come to my knowledge that a certain document exists in which a local resident confesses that he was responsible for the murder of Mrs. Slaney.
You got the document, sir?
Yes, but I'm afraid I can't let you see it.
Why not?
It's not mine. It's the property of a client of mine.
Well, who wrote it?
Afraid I can't tell you that.
Well, how'd you get hold of it?
That, too, is confidential.
Mr. Sexton, you've got to tell somebody sometime. Why not tell me now and save us all a lot of trouble?
Nobody can compel me to reveal the source of my information. It's privileged, as between a solicitor and his client.
Privilege my foot. This isn't a question of who owes who tuppence, you know. This is murder. If you've got some information, cough it up. If not, let's all get home.
As to whether this information is or is not privileged, I shall be happy to refer the matter to the Law Society. And may I say that I don't care for your manner?
I don't give a monkey's uncle, sir, whether you care for my manner or not. You dragged me over here when I was just about to get my first hot meal in 2 days. If you bearded wonders want to come along with phony confessions, you might have the decency to do it during office hours. Come on, sir.
Just a minute, before you go. I was to ask you whether you've found the other glove.
The other glove, Mr. Sexton?
Hello. Miss Marjoram?
Yes?
Oh, Mrs. Prentice here. I don't want to worry you, but do you happen to know where Mr. Sexton is?
He was going down to the police station, but... Well, that was before 8. Isn't he home yet?
No, he's not. And his supper ready at 8. I hate to think what it'll be like now.
Oh, why don't you ring up the station? I'm sure they'll be able to tell you if they're keeping him there.
Keeping him there? What, you don't mean... Surely they can't do...
No. It's all right. It's just that he had some information for them about poor Mrs. Slaney.
Mrs. Slaney?
Yes, that's right. She was a friend of his, I believe.
Oh, no. No, not a friend. Barely an acquaintance.
Well, why don't you give them a ring?
Oh, dear. Very well. Oh, I was getting so worried.
Oh, the complete idiots.
Your supper stewed to a rag.
Oh, my supper's been waiting for 2 hours. Another couple of minutes won't make any difference. What I need's a drink. A stiff drink.
It's quite obvious that you can't stop now. You've got to tell them the whole story.
It's impossible.
Why?
Because that moron would go straight down to the hospital and start on Colonel Delamere. I had 2 hours of him last night. He'd probably kill the old boy.
It's his own fault. He brought the whole thing on himself by writing that stupid note.
And how are we going to explain to the Colonel that we opened it?
Well, tell him the truth. It was a mistake and a perfectly natural one.
I know, but...
Have you considered what might happen if you don't tell them?
Oh, and go on asking me a lot of damn stupid questions. They may even suggest that I'm suppressing evidence. They can't get over the fact that that document's privileged. They can hardly arrest me.
Can't they?
Well, the Law Society would... What do you mean?
Hasn't it occurred to you that their next logical step might be to charge you with the murder of Mrs. Slaney? Do you know what you were doing on the evening of March 22nd, 2 years ago?
March the 20th?
That was the night that Mrs. Slaney died.
Oh, of course I don't know. What are you getting at?
It was strongly hinted by more than one witness that Mrs. Slaney was a high-class prostitute, or very discreet, appointments by telephone.
Well?
It was also suggested that a number of her customers were respectable citizens living in this neighborhood, and that she was making quite a bit of money on the side by gentle blackmail, particularly when the customer was married or had a reputation to lose.
Go on.
The police was said to be working on the assumption that she was killed by someone whom she'd bled too much or too often.
Well, even if there were the slightest truth in such a fantastic suggestion, which of course there isn't, just tell me this. Why should I have gone out of my way to draw the attention of the police to myself?
There's an answer to that, too. You read in the Times of the death of your client, Colonel Delamere. Now, he was an obvious candidate for Mrs. Slaney's favours, and an excellent candidate for her murderer. He lived nearby, quite alone, and probably had no alibi for the time in question. So you see this as an excellent opportunity to foist the killing onto him and close the case forever. You come down early to the office. You were actually the first to arrive, I believe.
I was. Go on.
You type out the confession, place it with the will, and wait for it to be found.
Who's going to believe such a fantastic story?
It's not entirely fantastic, because the note was typed in this office. I spotted that as soon as I saw it. It was done on our old Remington, the one with the crooked E.
You must be wrong.
No, I am not wrong. And the police will be able to prove that too. Typewriters leave their own fingerprints. Who else? Do you remember the day when the Colonel came to discuss his will? Our waiting room was being redecorated and he was put into one of the small offices. He was alone for about 10 minutes. I expect that's when he did it.
Oh. Well, of course, that must be the explanation. Yes, it does make things very awkward.
That's why I think you'd better go round straight away and tell the police the whole story. The Colonel will just have to take the consequences.
Yes, I think you're right. You know, when you started on that story, it sounded for a moment as if you actually believed it yourself.
I see. Was it you or your partner who actually opened this, what do you call it, deed wallet?
I opened it myself.
How do you imagine, sir, the letter got into the wallet?
Well, the will was made about 9 months ago. I assume the letter was put away at the same time.
Assume? Don't you remember?
Oh, of course I don't remember. I put away dozens of different documents every day of my life.
So there's no real evidence then as to when the letter was actually written?
No. But there's one obvious way of finding out.
Huh?
Ask Colonel Delamere.
Yes, we might have done that, sir. But unfortunately he died last night. We got news from the hospital this morning. He had another attack. This one was fatal. I think I'd better have a look at this deed wallet, sir. In the meantime, I'd appreciate you letting us know if you intend leaving the area.
I can assure you that I have no intention whatever of leaving the area. I shall be at my office at precisely the usual hour tomorrow morning. Good day to you.
It'll be very convenient, sir, because I shall certainly be calling on you. This is the one, is it? What's this number under Colonel Delamere's name?
It's a file number. We have a considerable quantity of documents to look after.
It's only the important ones like this that you keep locked up.
That is so.
That's what you did, and that's what came out, huh?
Correct.
There's more inside. What would they be?
Probably the deeds of his house. Insurance policies, a couple of deeds of covenant. What on earth are these?
I've no idea.
Theresa? Thank you. To be placed with my will and opened only on my death. 2 more of them, huh?
What on earth did...
They must have got stuck behind that deed, I suppose.
Why don't we open them, sir? After all, the gentleman is dead now.
Yes, I suppose so. Good God.
Not another murder.
Yes, I'm afraid it is. I should like my executors to inform the American ambassador that I shot President Kennedy.
And yours, miss?
I am Jack the Ripper.
Oh, that's 2 more mysteries cleared up. I understand the Colonel was a gentleman who liked to have his little joke.
It's a remarkably bad one.
No accounting for taste. All right, lad, let's get back to work. Oh, by the way, there's been a new development since last night. The man who killed Mrs. Slaney left one of his gloves under her body. It's been very difficult to trace. They were purchased abroad. The man who bought them is at the moment helping us with our inquiries. He happens to be a very close friend of Colonel Delamere's. Last person in the world you'd suspect. Very respectable, rather like yourself, sir.
Well, then why did you...
Oh, I only came round this morning to clear up this letter business. It was a loose end. You can't have a loose end in a murder case, you know. I'm glad we got it sorted out. Good day to you both.
Well, that's that, isn't it? I wonder why the Colonel typed that letter.
It's obvious, isn't it? To protect his friend. There's one thing I don't quite understand, though.
Oh, what's that?
Why did you type the other 2?
I thought that perhaps someone else needed protecting.
Phillida, as we mentioned at the start, brings quite a fresh approach to her law practice. You're wondering if she and Bruce got married? The answer is no. He knew, of course, that she'd suspected him, briefly, of being a murderer. And after that, he always felt just a little uncomfortable with her. The truth is, Bruce never fully appreciated why, in spite of her suspicions, she typed out those letters to save him.